Most professional cameras come with some kind of mode selector that allows you to choose which one of the preset modes you want to shoot in. Usually it's a kind of wheel which you spin to select whatever you want. While some of them are kind of self-explanatory, like automatic or shooting without flash, others are less so, especially the kind of 4 letters you see on pretty much every single camera: M, A, S, and P. So what exactly do they mean? Well, let's go over it, shall we? Starting off with manual. That means that you control pretty much every single aspect of the photo, be it the exposure, be it the ISO, everything you have to set manually. So you have a lot to worry about to make sure that your photo comes out as good as possible. Now that can be great because it gives you plenty of control over every single aspect, so you can make the photo just right and truly play around with some cool settings if you know how to use them. If you don't, it can of course be rather overwhelming, and if you're trying to take pictures in a hurry, having to set everything to be just right can be kind of tedious and you might miss your shot. Hence why there's several modes that deal with some of that for you. Like for example A. No, that does not stand for automatic, that's just a common misconception. There is usually a full separate auto mode. The A stands for Aperture Priority, which means that the aperture is the main thing you have to worry about, and then everything else is calculated off of that. Now the aperture, if you need a quick refresher, basically means how much light that is currently being sent into the sensor. So if the number is lower, that means that it's receiving more light, the image will be much brighter. However, also it's going to be more blurred in the background, it will be less in focus. If you set the aperture to be higher, then the image will be darker, but then also more of it will be in focus at once. Then we have S, and again it's another popular misconception that it stands for semi-auto. Again, that's not the case, it stands for shutter priority, which as you can probably guess is similar to the A mode, but here the main thing you have to worry about is the shutter speed. Basically, it determines how quickly the photo is taken. The faster it is, the less light gets taken in by the sensor, which means that the photo will be darker. However, things that are moving will not be as blurry. While if it takes more time to take a photo, then, while sure it will be brighter, it also means that if there's any movement in the frame, then it will just come out blurry. Then the final mode is P, which stands for program. This makes the camera itself automatically calculate both the shutter speed and the aperture. So those are the main 4 modes, and exactly what makes each one of them different. Of course, there's plenty of other modes on most cameras, but it usually depends on which model you get. These 4 you can pretty much spot on every single one. So if you found this video helpful, maybe subscribe to How To Authority from like this in the future.